Welcome students in today's lecture, and today we would be discussing on economic activities of tribal entrepreneurship. The tribal entrepreneurship and how improvement is needed in terms of technology, in terms of how their land is being integrated, and what are the changes that is taking in terms of labor. Entrepreneurial opportunities associated with your land, then analyzing labor forces that is required in the tribal communities. They emphasize human capital development and underscores the role of technology. Role of technology in terms of productivity and efficiency. So one by one I would be discussing. First, in terms of land. Due to land, ecotourism is available, agriculture is there, forestry is there. So agriculture is the main cornerstone of tribal economies. So sustainable farming practices, organic cultivation, various value-added products. These tribal forests have provided with rich biodiversity. They have offered opportunities for eco-friendly timber harvesting. They could be used for the modern era carbon credit initiatives. The ecotourism that is available in this area, they showcase the natural beauty, the cultural heritage of the tribal lands. They all help in employment and revenue generation, and they help in environmental conservation also. Understanding labor force within tribal communities, one can know that tribal force often process, they have unique skills, the traditional knowledge that could be harnessed in various entrepreneurial ventures, and these potentials, if utilized properly, it could lead to further improvement of tribal communities in terms of more economic opportunities. Then, to improve productivity and efficiency, technological adoption is required in agriculture, in handicraft, in small scale industry, improving product quality and to reach wider market area. New techniques needs to be adopted. For example, precision farming techniques, various new technologies could be used in terms of like oil sensors could be installed, drones could be used, optimization of resource utilization. These techniques, new technology could be used to increase or enhance the crop yield in these areas. Similarly, to improve the handicraft, various technologies that are being available related with your design. So design softwares could be made available, the 3D printing. This would be helping the artisans to integrate their design and meet the needs of evolving market scenarios. So once we start integrating all these three aspects, it would help in improvement of not only resources of individual, but also help in sustainable development also. In conclusion, we can say that by integrating these three, the land, labor and technology, they can help in unlocking the economic potential of tribal entrepreneurship. And by identifying such tribal entrepreneurship within these resources, the human capital, the labor, the technology, then this could be helping in more collaborative effort. They would be bringing more opportunities to the tribals and bring their culture available, their skills available to worldwide market. From various aspects, one of the aspect is of marketing and having market access also. So to understand this, market access and effective marketing strategies, they are very crucial to tribal entrepreneurship. They help in connecting with the consumers, they drive the success of the business, and they offer the unique heritage and values to the customers. So what are the various opportunities that are available? If we start identifying the market opportunities, then various marketing strategies are required and they become important component. They would be helping in enabling indigenous business to reach new customers. They would be generating more sustainable revenue streams. By leveraging such unique cultural heritage and values, tribal entrepreneurs can differentiate their products and services in the market while still preserving their values. So we can see in terms of market, what are the activities that is being required. First one is identification of market opportunities. To identify market opportunities, tribal entrepreneurs must conduct thorough market research, identify opportunities that align with their strength, that align with their opportunities, that align with their aspirations. And to understand this, they would be helping in analyzing the market trends, the consumer preferences, and help in understanding the competitive landscape, and help in entering the new niche market where needs are there but which are not being met. Potential demands could be understood, the demand of indigenous products, the demand of indigenous service. Then market opportunities may exist in various sectors also. As we discussed earlier also, that there are various avenues where various sectors where market opportunities could be understood, like the tourism area, hospitality, agriculture, art and craft, and eco-friendly products. By understanding the market dynamics, the consumer behavior, tribal entrepreneurs can again tailor their offering to the need of market demand. When I say to meet the demand, they need to tailor themselves. Then what are the marketing strategies that is required? Tribal businesses can benefit from these market strategies. They can market their unique cultural values, and for this it may involve showcasing indigenous craftsmanship, their traditional knowledge, the cultural practices, and for that they can brand it, they can promote it. Various social media platforms could be used, websites could be built up, online marketplace could be there, and this could help in valuable opportunities for tribal businesses. By leveraging such digital marketing tools and platforms, tribal entrepreneurs can amplify their brand visibility and connect with consumers globally. Additionally, tribal entrepreneurs can explore the partnership and collaboration with other businesses also. They can expand their reach, access new market, they can have strategic alliance and help tribal business leverage existing network, resources, expertise to enhance their marketing effort and drive business growth. The third aspect of market access and marketing strategy is of branding. Effective branding are integral to the success of tribal businesses. They differentiate, or the differentiation that is being created, they help in creating emotional connections with customers, and by promoting such initiatives, it would help in connecting their cultural heritage, their values and traditions. The tribal entrepreneurs can captivate audience, they can build brand loyalty. So for tribal branding, what are the aspects that is required? Authenticity and transparency are the key principles of tribal branding. As consumers increasingly value products and experiences that are genuine, that are ethical, then tribal businesses should strive to communicate their branding based on authenticity. They can highlight the people, they can highlight the place, the traditions that inspire their products and services. In terms of marketing, various visual elements could be used like logos, packaging, tribal branding, powerful symbols that represents culture. By incorporating such indigenous motifs, colors, symbols into their branding, tribal entrepreneurs can create visually compelling brand identities that resonate with customers and convey a sense of pride and heritage. After understanding the market access and marketing strategies for tribal entrepreneurship, there are various aspects which could be understood for economic dimensions of tribal entrepreneurship. One of the important scenario is of sustainability and environmental stewardship. Sustainability and environmental stewardship are integral to the ethos of tribal entrepreneurship. They reflect indigenous values, respect for earth. They bring values like equity, harmony with nature. Tribal communities, they recognize that economic development must be pursued in a way that respect and preserve the natural world upon which their livelihood depends. Therefore, integrating sustainable practices into entrepreneurial endeavors are essential for ensuring long-term viability. So what are the ways, what are the means how they can integrate the sustainable practices? By embracing sustainable practices, the entrepreneurs, the tribal businesses, they reduce carbon footprint, they mitigate environmental degradation and contribute to overall health and well-being of the communities, the ecosystem. Sustainable practices also align with consumer preferences for ethically sourced, environmentally friendly products. They make market appeal for tribal businesses. So tribal business model, they help in balancing economic development with environmental conservation. Tribal entrepreneurship seeks a balance between economic development and environmental conservation. Then understanding this, some of the unique characteristics of tribal entrepreneurship. Another is of infrastructure and access to resources for tribal entrepreneurship. In this, we can understand the challenges and opportunities that are available in infrastructure development, how access to capital, technology and human resources is there, what are the initiatives for improving resource access. One of these aspects could be understood. There are various dimensions, but we can understand this infrastructure point of view, and this would be helping in improved policy decisions. For tribal entrepreneurship, infrastructure is your fundamental pillar. They enable indigenous communities to overcome barriers. They build sustainable businesses. However, challenges are there in infrastructure development due to access to capital, technology and human resource. They often pose significant obstacle to economic development. To address these challenges, tribal entrepreneurs and community leaders implement initiatives like improving resource access and enhance infrastructure development. To understand the challenges and opportunities in infrastructure development, what are the challenges? Infrastructure development in indigenous territories often faces challenges such as limited funding, inadequate transportation network, lack of basic utilities like water, electricity. They are very remote from the urban areas. These challenges can impede economic activities, they can hinder market access and limit the growth potential of tribal businesses. However, infrastructure development also presents opportunities for tribal entrepreneurs. They can bring investments in roads, bridges, telecommunications, utilities, which can improve connectivity, which can facilitate trade, attract investments to indigenous communities. By leveraging this infrastructure project, tribal entrepreneurs can unlock new market, enhance productivity and create employment opportunities for community members. Second aspect is access to capital, technology and human resources. As one knows that access to capital is a critical factor in the success of tribal entrepreneurship. Many indigenous entrepreneurs face barriers to securing finance due to limited access to traditional banking system, lack of collateral, they have regulatory constraints. Apart from this, they also have technological barrier which might create gap to limited access to digital financial services. Then how these challenges could be overcome? Access to technology and human resources, there are challenges of human resources also, like skilled labor, technical expertise, limited access to training programs are there, mentorship network is not there, business support service is not there. So these challenges needs to be met out, they needs to be thought and innovative solutions needs to be found out. The third aspect is of improving access to the natural resources. To address the challenge, tribal entrepreneurs and community leaders implement various initiatives to improve resource access, and some of the avenues that are available, for example, establishment of microfinance, creation of financial institutions which could offer fund and finance and provide capital to indigenous entrepreneurs and small businesses. Then there could be investments in telecommunications, in infrastructure, internet connectivity. Digital literacy programs could be brought up to expand access to digital technologies and market. Various training programs could be built up. Vocational schools could be built up to enhance the capacity with indigenous communities, empower aspiring entrepreneurs with the knowledge and tools that is needed to succeed. Collaboration with government agencies, NGOs, and private sectors, they could be used, collaborated to mobilize resources, leverage expertise, and implement infrastructure projects that benefit indigenous communities and support economic development. In summary, we can say that addressing infrastructure challenge and improving access to capital, to technology, to human resources are essential for fostering tribal entrepreneurship. Economic development within indigenous territories, one needs to look on these aspects. By implementing these initiatives, it would enhance resource access, build infrastructure, and empower indigenous entrepreneurs. Then only tribal communities can unlock their full potential. Then only they can create sustainable businesses. Then only they can improve their quality of life. So these are some of the economic dimensions. So let us have a summary. What we have studied, we have learned about the economic activities that are required in cultural preservation. We have learned about that tribal sovereignty is required for community empowerment. Their uniqueness needs to be maintained. Market needs to be accessed. Sustainability is to be maintained. Certain policy frameworks needs to be brought. Infrastructure and resource management needs to be made. Access to resources needs to be made. They offer various challenges. They offer various opportunities. Upon understanding these aspects, the economic dimensions, one needs to remember that the basic aim before tribal entrepreneurship is to preserve their cultural heritage, to protect their sovereignty. It would help in maintaining the indigenous community. They would be helping in bringing more innovations. Then if we look for what are the actions that are required, focus should be on human resource. Focus should be to honor their cultural heritage. One should celebrate diversity that is in the tribal areas, and within these tribal areas, equity should be brought in terms of their social structure. Socially, equity should be promoted. What are the things that needs to be done to bring this? These things are the need of the time that is required. So thank you very much for listening patiently.